Okay, now we start our next battery that is zinc air battery. Zinc air batteries that is non rechargeable and zinc air fuel cells mechanically rechargeable are metal air batteries powered by oxidizing zinc with oxygen from the air. These batteries have high energy densities and are relatively inexpensive to produce. Sizes range from very small button cell for hearing aids. Larger batteries used in film cameras that previously used mercury batteries to very large batteries used for electric vehicle propulsion and grid scale energy storage. During discharge, a mass of zinc particles forms a porous anode which is saturated with an electrolyte. Oxygen from the air reacts at the cathode and form hydroxyl ions which migrate into the zinc paste and form zincate, releasing electrons to travel to the cathode. The zincate decays into zinc oxide and water returns to the electrolyte. The water and hydroxyl from the anode are recycled at the cathode, so the water is not consumed. The reactions produce a theoretical about 1.65 volts, but this is reduced to 1.35 to 1.4 volt in available cells. Zinc air batteries have some properties of fuel cells as well as batteries. The zinc is the fuel. The reaction rate can be controlled by varying the airflow, and oxidizing zinc electrolyte paste can be replaced with fresh paste. Zinc air batteries can be used to replace now discontinued 1.35 volt mercury batteries, which is the 1970s through 1980s were commonly used in photo cameras and hearing aids. Possible future application of this battery include its development as an electric vehicle battery and as a utility scale energy storage. Them. The chemical equation for the zinc air cells are these are the chemical equations, and the zinc air batteries cannot be used in a sealed battery holder since some air must come in and the oxygen in 1 liter of air is required for every ampere hour of capacity use. The next is lithium ion batteries. The power to go, that's the promise batteries deliver. They give us all the convenience of electricity in a handy portable form. The only trouble is most battery run flat very quickly, and unless you use a specialized charger, you then have to throw them away. It's hard on your pocket and bad for the environment as well. Worldwide, we throw away billions of disposable batteries every single year. Rechargeable batteries help to solve this problem, and the best kind use a technology called lithium ion. Your cell phone, laptop computer, and MP3 player probably all use lithium ion batteries. They have been in widespread use since about 1991, but the basic chemistry was first discovered by American chemist Gilbert Lewis in 1875 to 1946, way back in 1912. So, the travel with ordinary batteries. If you have read our main article on battery, you will know a battery is essentially a chemical experiment happening in a small metal canister. Connect the two ends of a battery to something like a flashlight and a chemical reaction begin. Chemicals inside the battery slowly but systematically break apart and join themselves together to make other chemicals, producing a stream of positively charged particles called ions and negatively charged electrons. The ions move through the battery, the electrons go through the circuit to which the battery connected, providing electrical energy that drives the flashlight. The only trouble is this chemical reaction can happen only once and in only one direction. That's why ordinary battery usually cannot be recharged. नाउ रिचार्जेबल बैटरी या रिवर्सिबल बैटरी भी हम बोल सकते हैं. Different chemicals are used in rechargeable batteries and they split apart through entirely different reactions. The big difference is that the chemical reactions in a rechargeable battery are reversible. When the battery is discharging, the reaction go one way and the battery gives out power. When the battery is charging, the reactions go in the opposite direction and the battery absorb power. These chemical reactions can happen hundreds of times in both directions. So a rechargeable battery will typically give you anything from 2 or 3 to as much as 10 years of useful life. So next we discuss how a lithium ion battery charge and discharge. So during charging, lithium ions, yellow circles, flow from the positive electrodes red to the negative electrodes blue through a electrolyte gray. Electrons also flow from the positive electrode to the negative electrode but take the longer path around the outer circuit. The electrons and ions combine at the negative electrode and deposit lithium there. When no more ions will flow, the battery is fully charged and ready to use. During discharging, the ions flow back through the electrolyte from the negative electrode to the positive electrode. Electrons flow from the negative electrode to the positive electrode through the outer circuit, powering your laptop. When the ions and electrons combine at the positive electrode, lithium is deposited there. When all the ions have moved back, the battery is fully discharged and needs charging up again. These are the some advantages of the lithium ion batteries, some disadvantages. Okay, thank you.